I wanted to do a video because I haven't been doing the organizing. I put it off for a couple of days. I thought it was more important that I make some masks for my friends because a lot of my friends are still working, and one of my friends works in healthcare, another one helps with the homeless and the food bank. So I don't know, my way to tell them I love them and be safe is I made these masks. This one's mine. So I'm going to just show you briefly how to make them. I'm not going to do like a full-on tutorial, but I'm going to show you kind of step by step what I went through to make them. Okay, so we'll start off here. This is the fabric we have. So we want to take either a grid like this, which you can get at the craft store. If you don't have one, you can just use a regular thick ruler, like a thick plastic ruler. And you want to make 7-inch by 6-inch squares. So you can use scissors, or if you have one of these handy dandy tools and mats, it's really easy. The pattern I originally followed looked more like an axe, but I found it wasn't very comfortable, so I altered mine a little bit and made it with a little bit of a bottom straight and the back here for just one ribbon, because this was too thick. It was causing me to use 2 ribbons and I wanted to make more. So anyways, once you get your squares put out, then you can go ahead and trace over your pattern. So I used about a 1/4 inch of seam allowance all the way around, so that, because that's all going to get tucked under when you sew. So when you cut it out, it looks like this here, right? And then you take them and you separate them. There's 2 pieces here, right? So 2 by 2, and then you sew along the front side here. So it is the front of the mask, like your face of the mask, right? So then you have to turn one inside out. And here we go, this one. Yeah, so this one here. So now you've got seam and seam, right? So the good sides are together. So you go ahead and you pin all the way around and sew it up. It's really important when you're dealing with the corners here. You want to make the seam go opposite ways. So one goes in, one goes out, and you pinch it there and pin it. So anyways, next step here, I've sewn in. So the first step was to sew the very top of it. So across the nose, you go all the way across. Then you leave a gap here for your elastic, and you go down the sides and leave the bottom open because you're going to have to turn it inside right. And then again, open at the ear for the elastic, and then down the side here. So that's all sewn. So the next step here is to go through the bottom and insert an elastic. So here I've sewn this side so you can see what it looks like once I've sewn it. And I'll cut that extra off there. And then I have this other side sticking out here just to show you that you got to push that back in. And then sew along the strip, right? So then we've got this one here. Now, I'm going to do this so that I can show you. Aha. All right, I'm going to take you over here to my sewing area. And I'm going to turn this around. Hello. Okay, so you take it and you turn it inside like this. And you want to pull the corners out a little bit so that you make sure you've got the entire material all out before you go and do your final stitching. You pull, 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 make it all nice and straight. And then you have the bottom, which is loose. So here again, you have to tuck it in and match up the seams. And then you pin it so that it goes like this. Right, tucked in, just like that. Oh, not just like that. There, just like that. Okay, and then you'll take it and you're going to stitch all the way around here. So I'll show you that now, what I've been doing here on my sewing machine. Okay, not my sewing machine. This is a friend of mine's sewing machine. Anyways, so you do a seam along and you go all the way along, and that keeps it all nice and shaped well, and also reinforces your sides here so you don't have to worry when the person's wearing the mask and it gets pulled off. Now, I've noticed that the nose I tend to make a little tight sometimes, so you can always just put a little V-cut in that and that'll give you a little bit more room. Also, I use a little extra elastic because then you can always pinch and sew to make it tighter. It's hard to make them longer, so I do that, and then you can just see here, I'm going to pull out my pin, and I'm just going to run this here the end. Like that. And then I will cut it off and I will throw them all in the wash. Well, once I'm done all these ones, I'll throw them in the wash and then I put them into baggies to give out to my friends. So this one's going to my brother and his girlfriend. And this one here is a smaller one, a kid's one, for my girlfriend's son. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I plan to get back to the whole KonMari method, but I wanted to do this first because I figured it's something I could do to help, and I know the masks are really short everywhere, so I made the masks. And I also realized I'm going to have to do like a part 3, part 4, part 5 because there's so much to organize, and I'm going to have to start showing you what it looks like before so you're more impressed with the after. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to check out my blog. I post different stuff there. And like, subscribe, and follow. Talk to you soon.